6-7 are out. Engine 1 and 962, be advised. AED shock delivered, no response.
And when the paramedics and the fire loaded her on the gurney and were taking her to the ambulance, she had a pulse and she was breathing when she left the courtroom that day.
Fewer than 5% of the people who suffer a sudden cardiac arrest survive. That's a scary number. And if you're one of those people that did survive, you can't believe how fortunate you are. It takes CPR, people who know how to do it and aren't afraid to do it and get there fast enough. It takes an AED. Well, someone has to know where the AED is and how to use it. And I was in the courthouse. The policemen were there to do CPR immediately. Another nurse joined them quickly, and others. The AED, they knew where it was, they knew how to work it, and close to the fire department, they got there very quickly, and the ambulance got there very quickly. So I had a perfect sudden cardiac arrest situation. Otherwise, I wouldn't have survived. I had my first episode of a really fast heartbeat, and that was in 86, something like that, where my heart just beat way too fast. And I, as most people do, when you don't like what you feel, I ignored it. It's so sad. Why do we do it? It's easier not to deal with it. You're afraid. You know, could it be I have as bad a heart condition as my father and my grandfather and my daughter? So I went in. We discovered that I we knew I had rapid heartbeats. And so I had an ablation in '92 and had no symptoms, nothing, until probably 2 or 3 years ago. I climbed Torney Peak with a friend, and I had to stop more than she did, which I didn't like. And then the next year we did it again, and I had to stop a lot more times than she did. So that kind of alerted me to things probably weren't really as they should be. So I was seeing Dr. Pham. We decided to do an angiogram and see what was going on. Then decided to do another ablation. But when I came in to do the ablation that morning, he said, now, if we can't stimulate as fast a heartbeat as your recorder showed us you were experiencing, then we may have to implant a defibrillator. Well, they discovered a part of my heart that could be stimulated to 150 beats per minute, and thought that was the problem and did an ablation. That was on August 5th. And then on August 10th, things changed dramatically.
So it's very important to have that accessibility to the AED in these situations. It saves a person's life, and so we are really interested in pushing the community to invest in an AED. In fact, I think in the future most households should own an AED because when a person has a cardiac arrest, the only thing going to save a victim's life would be the shock to the heart as quick as possible.
I did cheat death, and I'm not going to be afraid to live my life the way I did. Because it can happen anytime. And now I have a defibrillator, and I've had a shock from it. I was exercising when it happened. I'm not going to quit exercising. Dr. Pham told me that that didn't cause it, and it doesn't. So I will continue to work out. I'll hunt. I've been hunting this fall. That was in August, and you know, pheasant season started, you gotta go. So I've been hunting 3 times already this fall. I love to golf. I'm going to Texas. In fact, that's why I'm not at the event in person. And I'll probably be golfing while you're watching this. I downhill ski on my bucket list, not checked off yet, is skiing in Utah, because I hear that powder's really good. So I'll have to go do that. And I like to bike. I've done the Mickelson Trail Trek a couple of times. I've also done Ragbri, some of Ragbri. You gotta be nuts to ride across Iowa in the summer. So I'm not doing that again. I'm not nuts, I don't think. When something tragic happens, or could be tragic, you have to make something good of it. And that's why I participate in the American Heart Association's Heart Walk. My daughter benefited from research that the Heart Association has completed or done, contributed to. I've definitely benefited from it. Originally, my involvement with American Heart Association came from my daughter's experience. I won't back down from that for a minute. I'll be at the American Heart Walk next year, and it'll be our Knipe Walk team that will be there in honor of my daughter, and we'll never back down from